To determine if a property is eligible for SB9 split or two primary residences on one property, we need to go to the Santa Cruz County GISWEB. This is the Geographic Information Systems. To access it, you can just type into Google Santa Cruz County GIS or use the link in the blog. So when we get to the GIS website, you can go ahead and press accept. There's two ways to do this. You can type in your parcel number into this upper hand box. If you did that, I'm just going to do a random one. It starts to give you all this information on the bottom of the screen. It'll have all the APN info. We need to look at first land use. This will give you your zoning. If it's in an R1, then it's eligible for SB9. We also look at the biotic and water resources. As long as all of these say no, you should be still eligible. The last thing that we look at on this website is the jurisdictional elections and census. The census urbanized area needs to say yes. If it's outside the urbanized area, it is not eligible for the SB9. Another way to do it by looking just at general map instead of a specific parcel would be to go to this legend in the top left screen. Here we need to select all of the overlays that would determine if the property is eligible. So the first thing we'll look at is the biotic and water resources. We need to click on potential sandhills habitat, the IPHCP area, grasslands, special forest, riparian woodlands, biotic resources, and the Santa Cruz County biotic data. If your house or the property you're looking at falls in any of these areas, it is ineligible for SP9. So we'll expand out to look at all of Santa Cruz County. There are quite a few biotic and water resources that eliminate properties as a potential SB9. It's a large portion. The other thing we need to look at is zoning. It needs to be in a residential agriculture area or a rural residential or a single family residential. There's also a beachfront residential, but that's a very small strip in Aptos on the beach, so we won't look at that now. So if it doesn't fall within one of these residential zones, it is not eligible for SB9. The last thing that needs to happen in order for it to be eligible is you check this jurisdictional elections and census. We need to click on the census urban areas. It also needs to fall within this blue map. For Santa Cruz County, or if you expand outward, there's also a Watsonville section. So if we go back to zoning, not all residential zoned areas will qualify for this census urban area. And if it doesn't fit within the census urban area, your property is not eligible. This really limits the availability in terms of properties that qualify for SB9.